women need to be trained that your
Mm.
life is bigger than marriage. Marriage is not the alpha and the omega of your life. And so we want to be trained on their worth.
Hi everyone. This was supposed to be the first full episode of Girlhood, and I was really excited to show it. Yeah, it was a really fun time with my girls, and it would have been really nice if it came out the way I wanted it to. But unfortunately, the audio had other plans. But that's okay, because when life lives, it only lives for our good. That's right. That's right. But regardless, I did not want to keep this moment to myself because even with all the imperfections, it still feels like a good place to start and kind of show you the vibe of girlhood. So think of this little next few minutes as a soft launch, a little glimpse, a vibe setter, if you will, for where we're headed. The real episode 1 is coming soon. I know I always say that. But until then, welcome to Girlhood.
Hi YouTube. It's your girl Kim. You've never said that to me.
That is disturbing me.
Oh my Jesus. Hi.
Hi.
Welcome to House 4. Yes.
Yes.
And the very first episode of Girlhood, we are going to be talking about.
Please move that too.
Remove what thing?
Let's be too.
Remove. If you're trying to be too, you don't
Demi,
say.
we need you to be you in this video. All this crossing legs, all this finish talking.
I'm not taking this shot on your. I put my leg. She's not me because of my leg.
I'm not saying.
I just want
I'm
all to
just
know that
saying.
all of this is going to be there.
I'm just saying
Let
that
me know back the mic, please.
be relaxed. Just be thinking.
I
Relax.
want to put my leg.
Put your leg now. That's how people sit. One person stay one side, the other person stay the
We
other.
literally should not have put Agatha and Temi on the same.
Demi, we can't be doing this on air. So,
It's been done. Praise
God
God.
help me. Hallelujah. Help me, O Lord Jesus.
As you can see, these are the youngest people in the house.
Put that clapping, clapping something.
Okay, so we're going to be talking about her.
Oh my Jesus. Okay,
Okay,
fine, we're fine now. You should have told us that.
alright. Okay, so we're all living in Nigeria. We all know Nigeria be. So I just wanted to kind of just talk about like all the things that women go through specifically. Okay, so there's this book I was reading. It's not a Nigerian book, but this couple they were married and they were new. Okay, they were new to like she was a virgin, he was not. They were new to the whole like new to marriage, and then one time the husband's cousin comes to visit. I guess the husband because maybe has always liked her or whatever. So he like it was middle of the night. It was a dark part of the house. She thought it was him because the area of the house was close to his room or whatever. Anyway, this person comes and starts kissing her at the back of her neck, and she thought it was her husband. The kissing has not gone on for too long before her husband now comes in, like sees her and is like so mad, doesn't want to hear anything she has to say, kicks her out of the house, and she's like, so this is set in Victorian England. Anyway, so basically, no woman does not have any agency at that point in time. So she just was like living off of like she was farming, eating from the farm that she was farming, like because once you're a married woman and like you're divorced, you know how it is in that time and also how it is in Nigeria now. So anyway, long story short, she's pregnant for her husband, she gives birth years after. And now says, oh, that he didn't even really say that he was sorry for like judging. He just more so like we have a child together, like let's just come back together. So I was just really upset because I was like, what is this story actually teaching women? There was no like there was even when the writer was writing from the husband's point of view, there was no remorse. This is someone that you claim that you loved for a year or over a year before you finally got her. Then there was no remorse or anything like, oh, I did this to this person. Like it was just more so because because you would never see them kissing like lip to lip. It was just like, and for that reason, he turned everything out. So anyway, all of that just to say that I wanted to ask, like, now what are our thoughts? Number two, like, how can we as women do better for us and not like fall into situations like that?
I have a question.
Yes.
I have a question.
Okay.
When you said he sent her out of the house.
Yes.
So how did she get pregnant for him?
So obviously, like the sex that they had before, like she left
Before
the house.
that,
Yeah, so she was pregnant.
before she left the house.
Yes, now they were
Like she
married.
had had sex
Yes,
with her
yes,
husband
like they were
before
newly married. They'd been together for like
cousin
two.
situation.
Yes, yes,
Oh.
they were married. Like the cousin just came to visit them, like maybe 2 or 3 months after they got married.
When did you meet the cousin? That was my next question.
Oh, I just remember. The cousin married his sister. Because okay, remember in Victorian England, by the way, the cousin married the husband's sister. So there was no repercussion for the cousin. In fact, it was just like, oh, that
So
even
you married the husband, that means you married his
even
cousin.
yes, 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 yes. The cousin, yes, yes. But we just that's not part of the reason why it's even worse is because okay, you guys know Pride and Prejudice.
No.
Okay.
Yeah. No.
Well, the point is this is a alternation of Mr. Darcy's story. Anyway, the point is they're already rich, and then the husband's sister has money that when whoever marries her will get like 30 or 40,000 pounds. So my point in bringing up the fact that he married his sister is that he also now got money. Like he was basically rewarded. He was basically rewarded for like doing this thing, and even when like the husband would confront him, he was like, "Oh, that he was just testing her for him to see if she'll be faithful." Omo, as they really say, I was just like, this cannot like.
Did you finish the book?
I did because I was like, well, it was a short story actually. It wasn't that long. Like not a short story, but like a novella. I kept thinking that there will be more, there will be growth. Like I've never read Pride and Prejudice variation that was not women pro women. This was the first one where like it was very obviously pro man that like there was no repercussion anyway, and it's not very different from the world that we live in today.
Yeah.
But yes, anyway, so I just let's ask.
Some people always say, I feel like the world is not as gentle, or the world doesn't give women right. They are
Interesting.
quick to,
No, it's
if it's a man that was in that situation, the woman would
yeah,
probably still hold on and say,
yeah.
this is a new marriage. Let me, they don't hear women out, right? Okay, what happened? They just threw her out of the house, and then he's telling her to come back because there's something that is beneficial to him, which is
Yeah.
very, very unkind.
Mhm.
And I think it's really wicked, in my opinion. Like, you could have heard your wife out, like, first of all. I mean, it was not there, so he might not have understood like the context and all of that. In his mind, you're cheating, and he just throws her out immediately. I think if it was a man in that situation, it might not be the same way. And I think that this calls for should I say, a review, and people just need to sit back and actually say, okay, like, how is the world kind to women? Like, how do we treat like women in situations like especially married
Mhm.
women? And there's also let's say a call for other women to do what they are doing in
Yeah.
marriage.
Honestly, because I want to say something crazy, but also I wanted to mention like the fact that like there was no repercussion for the man as well.
Yeah, the
Like
cousin.
It's
The
just sad
cousin.
that this is not new, right? Like we've been living in societies where or society has always been you know, more favorable to men and I don't
And
know.
constantly giving men excuses.
Yeah.
yes,
And it's a
Yeah.
subconscious, is a conditioning.
yes,
So they easily just get laid back for the man. But the
yeah,
woman, oh my
yeah.
god, they'll call her a
Everything.
prostitute. There's no name. They
Yeah,
will not call the woman.
yeah.
I don't know, intrigues me is how, for instance, in this situation, there are two people,
Mm-hmm.
but only one person gets it, right?
Exactly. For
And
years. Sorry, it
and
pissed me off that it was that long.
and this happened in the current time.
Mm-hmm.
It's very interesting because it still happens now,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Your friend moves to your babe or something or whatever the situation friend out.
Mm.
Somehow your
friend
friend that
remains
is
your
at fault.
friend.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
But oh, she should have resisted. No, why?
Yeah. It's mad.
How about we just give the same grace to women that we give men?
Exactly.
Yeah.
The men, the marriage. So many women feel like I have to be a certain way. I have to be humble.
To
I have to
attract
be
the
this.
right person.
Like we need to move. Like there needs to be a mindset shift from trying to prove that you are a particular kind of man to actually being like evolving every single time.
And I feel like reasonable men would like this kind of woman or women or
Reasonable
woman.
men.
Yes,
Yes.
reasonable because like someone that is reasonable would want to go for someone that is of course, developing herself, empowering herself, evolving, growing and stuff like that. And you know that they are two individuals, not like somebody's coming to overpower, abuse, overshadow somebody else. And you know that okay, are just
Yeah.
two friends that are
For me,
just like I'm in
I
love with
don't,
you.
You know, love
I
this
don't, I don't think it's going to end anytime. Is it going to end? I think it's overreaching.
I don't think I think so.
I don't think it's going to end.
Yeah.
Right? Same way good and bad. Whether we keep evolving and evolving and evolving, there's still going to be good people, there's still going to be bad people. But it could get better. That's how I feel. It could get better. And it's by everybody knowing that they have a responsibility towards making it better. Not just women. Men
Yeah.
inclusive.
I agree.
Mm.
I agree
Right?
because sorry, my love. We're the ones having this conversation now.
Yeah.
Do we see men having these kinds of conversation? I
They
mean, there
will
might
never
be.
do
Yeah, at the end.
There might be, but I personally have not
Yeah.
seen. And I feel like we're the ones that are always trying to,
Yeah.
you know.
And as long as culture, people practice culture, and cultural norms still like remain, it's going to take a while. It will take. It's a lot of conditioning. That's why I was saying that there needs to be like, should I say, the next generation of women or the current generation of women, there needs to be like a mindset shift. So I feel like if more women are raised to see themselves as whole beings with a purpose and it's not male centered,
Yes.
like there's going to actually just start to change and there's going to be like a ripple effect for
Yeah.
everyone.
I think even for me personally, I had to do that. Like, cause I mean, we all grew up. Like, as soon as I was done with college, like university, I was like, I'm 19. Like, what's next? Once I had a job, I was
I
like,
wanted to marry at 20.
it's no same. Same. You say you
I
remember?
wanted to marry at 20. That was just say that.
No, me too. I was like, I'm
planned
ready.
out.
Like, what else am I waiting for? She's
Because
like,
what do you mean after university marriage? Like,
Yeah.
thinking about it now, girl.
Mm.
yeah, but you know the funny thing is in Nigeria or
Like,
I wanted to marry.
Serious.
I wanted to marry.
No,
I feel like
same.
I've always
I wanted to marry.
said
In fact,
I want to get married.
I said it one time.
26 above.
No.
I said it one
26
time.
felt
I
like
said
it was
one
a
time.
curse. One,
Yeah.
Yes.
I was like, God forbid.
I remember one time I was like 11 or 12. I was so excited. Oh my god, I can't wait for my own.
Your mom's
There
responsible.
was so much marriage like talk. It might actually just understand it. And like there's this, I don't know if you saw one video that trending. There's this girl that she started praying for marriage at 16. Just got married at 21. She's until people actually be worried that there's no reason
What's
why
her
a
name?
girl at
Is she
16.
Nigerian?
Yes.
Oh.
What's her name? But she's on TikTok. And there's no reason why a girl at 16 should be praying so fervently for marriage. Like you have other things, but it's just culture. And I remember when I was young, I actually used to, I mean, I was not obsessed, but I just felt like I wanted a good family, and I did. So, but
Yeah.
16 praying for marriage, and I think she's 20, and the guy's like 30 something.
Hey, Jim.
I don't know.